Good afternoon, students. How are you doing this month? How are you doing this afternoon? So yeah, welcome to today's general paper. Yes, last week we stopped by looking at the executive arm of government, where I said that what under the executive, the head of the executive was the president. President. President, the head of the executive is the president. Okay. Now, who are the people that work with the president are called ministers. The people that work with the president are called ministers. So we have about 55, sorry, we have about 45 ministers in Nigeria, but more can be created as the need demand for it. So now, given this, another other arms of government is the legislative. So we have what the legislative arms of government, and the head of the legislative arm of government is the Senate president. The Senate president is the head of the legislative arms of government. Now, under the Senate president, we have some other principal officers who work directly with the Senate president, who are one, we have the deputy Senate president, we have the deputy Senate president and the chief whips. The chief whips of the House. The chief whips of the House, these are the people that work directly with the Senate president. Now, how do you appoint, or how the Nigeria system choose their senators? Now, we have three senatorial districts. We have three senatorial districts in Nigeria. We have three senatorial districts in Nigeria. Of course, we have 36 states in Nigeria. Then, from each state has three senatorial districts. That is senatorial district 1, senatorial district 2, and senatorial district 3. So it is expected that a senator is to come from each of these districts, which is this 1, 1, 1. So that is to say that we have three senators. We have three senators in each of these districts. In the 36 states, we have three senatorial districts. So in each of these senatorial districts, it is expected that a senator represents each of the districts should come out. So that is to say that in Lagos State, we have three senatorial districts, and we are expecting a senator to come out from each of these senatorial districts. Now, that means that in Lagos State, we have three senators. In Oyo State, we have three senators. In Ondo State, we have three senators. So it is the three senators combined. That is that 3 multiplied by by 36. Am I correct? That will give you 108. Right? Now, before this time, the federal capital of Nigeria was formerly in Lagos State before it was moved down to Abuja. So before the federal capital was moved down to Abuja, we normally have a president, right? A president of the states. Now, in each region, which I also call state again, which is now when I mean state this time around, I mean Lagos State, Ogun State, etc. So in Lagos State, we still have governor. Are you getting it now? Now, one of the recommendations that was pushed for that we can't have dual power in a state, whereas we have the president to be the head of all the federation. Also, we now have the governor to be the head of the state, which is Lagos State. So that is why we now have a senator representing the FCT, which is Federal Capital Territory. representing what the FCT. So plus one, that's one senator representing what the FCT plus one. We now have the total number of senators to be 109. Sorry, is it 109 senators now? Yes. Now the total number is what to be 109 senators as against what 108 what senators. Please get that. So that means that a senator is the total numbers of what of the senators in Nigeria, which formed the upper chamber. It's also called what the upper chamber. The upper chamber or upper chamber or red what chamber is what is 109 as against what 108. Please get that. Now, and don't forget that under this legislative arm in Nigeria, it is two. That is why it is called what? Bicameralism or bicameral. Means what? Bio is more than one. Now, here we have under the legislative arm in Nigeria, we have the Senate House, right? Which I just explained now, where I said that what the leader is the Senate President. We have the Deputy Senate President and the Chief Whip, and the total number is 109, which I've just done the breakdown. And this is a house that show what? Equality. Another thing, this is a house that show equality in what? In lawmaking. That means that we have 3 senators from each state or federative units in Nigeria. Now, another one under here, which is the House of Representative. Let me just House of Representative, HR, House of Representative. Now, these two houses, it is called the National House. The National House of Assembly. Let me just Assembly. The National House of Assembly. That means that the Senate House and the House of Representative, it is called the National House of Assembly. Please get that. Now, under the House of House of Assembly, under the House of Assembly, under the House of Assembly, it is not determined by equality. Rather, it is determined by population. Now, it is determined by population in each of the constituency, right? So that is why in a state, you can have 10. In a state, you can have 17. In a state, you can have 13. This is based on population. And that is why the total number under House of Representatives is 360. Is 360. The current total number of House of Representatives in Nigeria who are charged with responsibility of lawmaking, it is 360. Now, who are the leadership here under House of Representatives? We have the Speaker. We have the Speaker. Like your normal speaker where you receive sound. But when you say speaker here, does not necessarily mean the one that produces sound. Is a portfolio under House of Representatives, just like the way you have your House of the Senate House. Under the Senate House, it is called, the leader there is called Senate President. While under the executive arm, the number one person is called the President. But under House of Representatives, their leader, which is their master, the person that pilot the affair what happened in the plenary, it is called, which is all sitting in their sitting, it is called the Speaker. Now, under here also, we have the deputy Speaker, then Chief Whip. We have Chief Whips that control all activities that happens at the House of Representatives. And I told you, House of Representatives, it is not equal. No. It is determined by by population in each of the constituency, right? So in each of the constituency, they may have maybe 10, 15 representatives representing each of the constituency. So it's as a result of this that the election will be conducted After the election, whosoever other emerge, all these people are in Abuja, either the president, either the House of Legislative, either the judiciary arms of government under federal, they are in Abuja. Are you getting it now? But in South Africa, it's different. The region that the president resides is different from the region that the House of that the legislative arm reside in South Africa. But in Nigeria, all these three organs of government are in Abuja, which also called Aso Rock. So that is what to that. But what are the things that you need to know here? Number one, you need to know all the name of the ministers. At least I gave you this as an assignment that who is they can type it. Maybe they can type it so that I will see it later. Who is the current minister of petroleum and who is the current minister for petroleum? Just petroleum and gas. Don't put oil this time around because there's another person for oil. But I just need the current minister of petroleum in Nigeria and the current minister of petroleum for states. Then you also give me before the end of the class. You will tell me who's the current Senate President of Nigeria, then who is the current Deputy Senate President of Nigeria. Don't bother yourself with the Chief Whip. Then coming down to Speaker, you need to tell me the current Speaker of House of Representatives. Then you also need to tell me Deputy Speaker of House of Representatives. Forget about the Chief Whip. Question will never come out from the Chief Whips. So that is what to that. Now, I want you not to get confused. Is that a question?
Sir, is it Minister for Petroleum or Gas you asked or oil?
Yes. Just type it. Just type it. Just type it. Or what? Let me get your question properly.
I didn't hear what you said. That's what happened.
All right. I will itemize this one after the other. I said I gave you assignment last week that you should get to know the name of Minister of Petroleum, right? And you should also get the name of Minister for Petroleum, which is oil and gas, because there's another name for oil. Do you get it now? But I need that name for what? For gas. Are you getting it now? So that was our last week assignment before I ended the class. But this time around, I said you should, before the end of the class, try to know the name of the current Senate President of Nigeria, then the Deputy Senate President of Nigeria. They're coming down to House of Representatives. They're trying to know the name of the current Speaker, right? Then name of Deputy Speaker of Nigeria. Are you getting it now? Please get it and note it down. I will ask before the end of the class, or I'll say you should correspond it to me maybe via chatbots. All right. So moving further from here, so that you not get confused, I will need to just roll down to the states. Now, state use in this sense, I'm referring to all the 36 states in Nigeria. I'm referring to all the 36 states in Nigeria. So the same way. Oh, sorry, before this, let me explain the judiciary. Let me explain the judiciary under federal. The judiciary under what? Under federal. Under the judiciary arms of government, it's not an elective post. What do I mean by elective post? You don't contest. Citizens don't vote for it. But the head of the judiciary is appointed by the president. So that is why you hear that independence of the judiciary, that the judiciary is not absolute independent, because there's still influence of another arms of government in time of their selection. And that is why this organ, this arms of government, it is called the professional arms of government, because it's basically preoccupied with lawyers. Are you getting now? This arms of government is basically preoccupied with lawyers, and they don't pass through any elective post. Please get it. They don't pass through any elective post, be it at the federal level or at the state level. At the federal level, it is the It is the president that appoints Chief Justice of the Federation. And of course, you need to know the correct name of Chief Justice of what of the Federation. Is the president that appoints at the federal level. Is the president that of judiciary who are saddled with the responsibility of interpreting what the law. Okay, now let me quickly go back to that of what of state. State use in this tense and means what the 36 state in Nigeria. Now, under the 36 state what in Nigeria, we also have the executive arms of government. We also have what the legislative arms of government. We also have what the judiciary what arms of what of government. And of course, look at the differences now so that you not get confused. Now, under the executive arms of government in Nigeria, the head here is the governor. Is the governor of the state. For example, in Lagos State, is Excellency Sanwo-Olu is what is the current governor of Lagos State. Now, who are the people that work with the governor at the state level? They are called commissioners. Let me just abbreviate it here. ER. Please, this is commissioner. Just abbreviate it. It is called what? Commissioners. Just as at the federal level, you have the ministers working with the president directly. But at the state level, state using this state are making recourse to what 36 states in Nigeria. So the commissioners will be working directly with the governor. Are you getting it? Are you getting it now? So now also we have the deputy governor here, right? You have the deputy governor here, and these are they occupy the same office, and you have them at Alausa. If you go to Alausa, you definitely see the state governor office at Alausa here in Lagos. Now, another one is the legislative house. These are saddled with the responsibility of making of law at the state level. They are also called the state legislative house. Now, I don't say the National House of Assembly, or I don't say that the Senate now or House of Representatives. I said state legislative arm. Under the state legislative arm, the head under the state legislative arm, it's also called speaker. Please note that. Now, this is where I'm really going. So that when you hear speaker, you need to determine whether the speaker is for the House of Representatives or the speaker is for the state House of Assembly. Please get that. I'll repeat again. When you hear speaker, we're having two speakers now. And I say this speaker is not the one that produces sound. It's a portfolio, it's an office, right? It's an office where the government appointment. Now, when we hear speaker again, at the state level, is making the head of state House of Assembly, just as the way you have the head of the Senate House of Assembly to be Senate President, and the House of Representatives to be Speaker. So at the state level again, the head of state legislative house, it is called the Speaker. And currently, there's a tussle between Bashar, this man from Agege constituency. Yes, Mudashiru Obasa. Yes, Mudashiru Obasa. There was a thought that he should be impeached, another person should be in state or whatsoever. But currently, Mudashiru Obasa is the current speaker for Lagos State House of Assembly. Are you getting it now? Different from the one, I don't want to say that one at the federal level because an assignment I'll give it to you. So different from the one at the federal level, which is House of Representatives. Please get the differences. It is very, very key. So that when you meet with any of these questions, you can really know what they are talking about. Is it the speaker at the state level or the speaker at the federal level? At the federal level, it is House of Representatives. Their leader there, it is called the speaker at the same time. While at the state level, which is state house of assembly, and their leader there is also called speaker. We have the speaker and the deputy deputy speaker at the same time, who pilots the affairs of what? Of the house. Then this also at the judiciary, of course, the state governor appoints who becomes what? The head of what? Of the judiciary at the state level. So also the same way the president appoints the chief justice of what? Of the federation at the federal level. So also at the state level, the governor appoints the head of what? Of the judiciary. So that is why you also hear that what? The independence of what? Of the judiciary. So basically, these are the things that you need to know about your state or governing system in the what? In the state. Now, you will now ask, when they are now asking you that which of the arms of government that is very, very close to you, it is called what? The local government. Why is it called the local government? I will explain now. Now, let me clean this. Now, at the federal level, you had what? You had the president. Now, your president is in Abuja, where the seat of power is, which is the capital. Now, at the state level, now have your what? You have your governor. And your governor is Ikeja. His office at Ikeja, Alausa, right? Now, in Lagos State, okay, at the local level now, this is one that is more closer to you that you can relatively have access to. Under Lagos State, Lagos has officially that federal recognized. They have 20 local governments, different from the 35 that Tinubu created in his 8 years as governor in Lagos State. Now, the official one that the federal government recognized, we have what? We have 20 local governments in Lagos State. Now, under these 20 local governments, right, which is here now, under these 20 local governments, the person that heads what? A local government could be what? A chairman or a chairperson. Could be a chairman or a chairperson. So now, out of these 20 local governments, if you reside in Lagos State, this simply means that what? You must fall within any of these 20 local governments in what? In Nigeria. A good example, I'm under Shomolu local government. I'm in Shomolu, so I'm under Shomolu local government. So if I want to sign any official documents, are you getting now? I can easily have access to Shomolu local government rather than me going to Ikeja, Alausa. So Shomolu as other arms of government is more closer to me than for me going to Alausa, Ikeja to have access to any official document I will need to sign. Now, this is another thing. Let me break it down again. Under this local government, we have what? We had council. We have what? Local council. Local council is under what? Is under the local government, right? And the person that head what? A council, it is called what? Councillor. It's called what? A councillor, right? Now, under this local council again, we now have what? Ward. We now have ward. This word used here doesn't mean that a child, it means what? A sub-small community under council. We now have ward. We have what? Ward 1, Ward 2, Ward 3. Then after ward, we now have what? Units. Right? After unit is now your family. After unit is now your family. But there's no any post here under this unit. So it's different units that comes together. It's different units that comes together that formed what? A ward, right? Now, different ward comes together and formed what? A local council. And different local council comes together and formed what? Local government. But let me break it down properly so that you understand it very, very well. And that is why if you come across a question that's what? The government that is very closer to the grassroots, we, the commoners, or we, the citizens, are seen from what? From the basis of what? Of the grassroots. So the government that is very close to the grassroots. That is why it is called what? The local government. All right. So let me break so that you understand. Maybe some of you must have not seen it very, very well. I said under the word, the local what? Local government. Under the local government, we have what? Councils. Right? We have councils. And the head of council is what? The councillor. The head of council was councillor. Why the head of local government is called the local government chairman or chairperson? When it is chairman, you know that what is a male representative. When it's chairperson, you should know that what a female representative. Now, under this, we now have what? Ward. We have wards, right? Now, under wards, we now have units. Of course, there's no position for units because after units is just combination of different families coming together. We now have units. So different wards, different units coming together to form what? Ward, right? Now, different wards coming together to form what? Local council. There are different local council coming together to form what? The local government. You can see the ladder now. Please get it. You can see the ladder now. Please get it one after the other. So let's say that maybe about 10 wards will come together and form what? A local council. Then you see your head as what? As councillor. Of course, you can in order of hierarchy, if you want to look at it from the base to what to top. Now, the first point of contact or governor that you will definitely meet is what? Is your councillor, right? Your councillor is more closer to you compared to to the local government chairman or chairperson that heads the local government. So let us not to overplug it. It's very easy to go by. Do you get it now? So let me open for question before we move to the next topic that is very, very important and also interesting. Is there any question? Question or questions? Based on my explanation and what you've seen, now you can only know how your state is being divided. You can only know how your state is being divided from your ward down to the federal. So you definitely know now, and what the stages that you have your political appointees and positions, you will definitely know them now. So that is what I've just broken down to you. Then if you have any question based on that or area that you are not cleared with, please kindly point it out before we move forward to another one that is very, very interesting at the same time.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, sir. Last week you made mention of ministers of and ministers for. So I went to search for it online. So I went to search for Minister of Education. So I saw Dr. Murufu Olatunji. So I went to search for Minister for, and it gave me the same name. So you said it was different. That Minister for falls under Minister, like it's under Minister of
Yes,
Education.
there are two offices. You are right. Yes, there are two offices. We have Minister of Education. We have Minister for Education. Do you get it now? So maybe he is the one occupying the two offices, just as the way you have Minister of Petroleum, you have Minister for Petroleum. Do you get it now? If you go and check that, you see that it's not the same name. Are you getting it now? So maybe the person you mentioned now is one occupying the two offices, but is always two offices. Are you getting it now?
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
it's
sir.
very, very important for you to know is because it's under education, just like the Minister of Labor, Minister of Interior, because it's Minister of Interior that declares every public holiday. Whatsoever public holiday we are having in Nigeria, it must be declared by Minister of Interior. You get it now? So Minister of Interior, Minister of Labor, Minister of Petroleum, Minister of Education, all these things are very, very key for you to know. But of course, I'll still take it sequentially, one after the other. Do you get it now? Because there are some that they may be acting, while there are some that they are confirmed. Are you getting it now? So either ways, I will comprehensively take it one after the other. But to answer your question is that it might be that Wadatuji is occupying the two offices. Are you getting that? Just like, okay, let me just say it. The current minister of petroleum in Nigeria is still the president. Just imagine. He is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and also taking a ministerial appointment. Do you see it now? He's taking a ministerial appointment that should have given to another person entirely to manage, because the workload as a president is overwhelming. Yet he's still picking that appointment for him to function in that capacity. But he wasn't the person that started it first. I think his predecessor actually did that, which was President Muhammadu Buhari also did that. For his 8 years in office, he was the minister of petroleum. And what Peter Temperi was minister for state petroleum. Are you getting it now? So that is just it. Have I answered that?
Sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Is there another question again? All right. In the absence of no question, let me quickly rush through this. This is also very important. You need to know the difference between colony and protectorate. Colony and protectorate. Now, we are still going back to the colonialism era. So, what we mean by colony, right? Colony simply means that where the Britain forcefully was gained, the territory that the British forcefully gained, it is called British colony, right? Why the protectorate, as the name protects, before you have this ORHC, just demarcate it under this protect. Protect simply means that they did not forcibly gain the territory, but they protect them against external influence who will want to invade them. But however, British also take control of those territory. Are you getting it now? These are just the differences between colony and protectorate. So when you hear British protectorate and British colony, you should know that the one that is called colony, they use their armed forces. They use their armed forces to colonize the territory. Are you getting it now? Why the protectorate? They are the one controlling it, but they don't use force. But every decisions or every system of governance in that territory, they will be the one that will be in charge, be in control. And of course, they will also serve against any external invader or influence. Do you get it now? So that now draws us back to what we mean by Lagos, right? By Southern protectorate and the Northern protectorate. Please get it. We have Lagos in Nigeria. We have Lagos. Lagos was standing on its own, not joining anywhere. Then we have the Southern protectorate. Then we have the Northern protectorate. I'm going somewhere. Look at it. Lagos was standing on its own, right? We have the Southern protectorate. Then we have the Northern protectorate. By this time, you should be able to relate this to this, and let's see what happened to this at the end of the day. Now, before now, Lagos is being ruled by Oba. Oba means king. For those who don't understand the meaning of Oba, Oba means king. Now we have two families. We have a families that Oba can be appointed from in Lagos, right? We have these two kings were prominent people that can rule Lagos State. We have Oba Kosoko. Sorry, let me clean this. Let me clean so that you see it very well. We have Oba Kosoko. We have Oba Kosoko, right? Then we have Oba Oba Dosimu, right? These are the two kings that are prominent to rule Lagos State. Now, Kosoko was the one ruling. While Kosoko was ruling, he doesn't aid any British influence. So the British were angry. with him, and he ruled with high-handedness. That is that, like the way, I'm sorry to say, the way the economy is dealing with every one of us now. So that was where Kosoko was really dead. So the Britain were not able to penetrate into Lagos State because Lagos has to be the fourth seaport in the West Africa. And the trade route to Lagos was strict, and Britain want to gain access into into Lagos. Are you getting it now? So they now want it to get this Dosumu, right, to fight against this Kosoko. Do you get it now? Now, that was why in 1855, Lagos State was bombarded. Lagos State was bombarded. Bombarded means that what? Military people and military naval officers from Britain tried to fight against Kosoko. Kosoko now flew to Epe. He flew to Epe, ran away for his dear life to Epe, and the British installed Oba Dosumu to rule Lagos State. Now, what now happened? The British also were not finding it easy for Dosumu to hit to some of their plights, to rule in their capacity, to rule in their favor. As such, they had to now plan. The British also planned against Dosumu. Please, you need to know the difference between bombard. The bombard happened in 1851. Now, annexation happened in August 6, 1861. In August 6, 1861, I will stop here for today. Next week, we start again. So I will start from annexation 1861. What happened in annexation? When does Lagos now became crown colony to Britain? All these questions will definitely be answered in our subsequent classes. So may I know the current the name of the current Senate President in Nigeria? Anyone? Please be fast with it. The name of the current Senate President in Nigeria.
Godwin Akpabio. Godwin.
What do you say?
Godwin Akpabio.
Godwin Akpabio.
Yeah, Godwin Akpabio. Thank you. He is the current Senate President of Nigeria. Please don't forget it. Yes. What about the Deputy Senate President?
Barao Jibrin.
All right. So if you want to go further, please, Sometimes question may ask you what is their state of origin. Do you get it now? So try to know their state of origin. They will know that you will know their name. So there's that what state of origin are they from? So thank you. Next week we meet same time. Thank you very much for your brilliant participation. God bless you. Love you.